Hi guys, Monica here. Thank you so much for visiting my blog. I want to share with you guys my 10 most powerful video marketing tips. As you know, I really believe that video marketing is going to be a lot more popular by 2011. You know, there people have been using videos here and there, but by 2011 there's going to be a lot more. So this is very important. That's why you guys should start, incorporating some of that in your, whether it be your branding or your marketing. So yeah, as some of you may know, I've been marketing for the past 7 years, the traditional 4 years and also the continuing education. And with that being said, I know where marketing is going, and I know, if you're in a business, you're in a marketing business. Whether it be you're branding yourself, your book, your dream, your goal, you're always marketing that. So it's so important for you guys to get some of these tips to be able to kind of start incorporating in your video. And video is not as hard as some people think it is. Once you get that first video going, then you'll get the second one. It gets easier and easier as you get, as you start getting better. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys start incorporating. And I want to be the first one to tell you that by 2011, there's going to be a lot more video, and you're going to thank me by saying, thank you for sharing those tips, and being able to kind of move you guys along as, as some of people are just kind of sitting back and watching what's going on. It's either, there are those who make things happen, who watch things happen, and there's wondering what the hell happened. So I don't want you to be the one saying what just happened. I want you guys to start incorporating the videos in your marketing and being able to share your passion, your dreams, and your goals and all that. Number one, make sure you get, the right equipment. And I know when I say that, I don't mean go out there and spend thousands of dollars on professional equipment. What I use a lot of the time is, my Mac, which has the video on there, and I also use my Canon camera, which also has the video on there. A lot of the cameras and the computers nowadays come with video, so just kind of getting started with that and being able to get comfortable in front of that. And then you can also obviously invest in other things like the flip cam and more professional video, depending on how professional you want to get. So but for starters, just play around with your computer and make sure you get the right, make sure there's a light on, or there's more like a natural light, because a lot of times I see these videos that it's kind of dark and it's kind of creepy. It has that like creepy look to it, like you're just sitting there and, so kind of get the light just to kind of get a reflection on your face and just kind of brighten up the place. So definitely incorporate, the right lighting in your video. So number two, outline. I made my outline. I don't suggest that you memorize things. I'm so bad at memorizing. That's why I never wanted to be an actress. But just make an outline of the things that you want to say in the video. You don't want to sit there and keep talking about certain things and jump from one subject to another, which is number three, my undetected ADD. Make sure you guys, if you're talking about a certain subject, stick to the subject. We tend to go off on different, things because we get so excited about certain things, so we want to start sharing it with other, other stories, and next thing you know, you're like, wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I'm really bad at that, so I make myself an outline. Every time I want to share certain things, just make bullet points. What are some of the things that you really want your audience to, to pick up from your video? So, number one, equipment. Number two, outline. Number three, undetected ADD. Make sure you guys stick to the subject. Number four, make sure you have the eye contact. A lot of times you start, looking around and it's like Stevie Wonder playing, it's no focus, guys. Focus and just look in the camera, and just make that connection with people, because people don't want to just kind of watch you. They want to be able to connect with you, whatever is the message that you're saying. It just kind of goes back to your, the connection with people, so people want to look at your eyes. And number five, be yourself. This is who I am. If you like me, great. If you don't, a lot of times when we've been doing, since we're Chicago at video marketing, when we do professional videos for commercials, a lot of times, someone who hasn't had any experience with a video, they tend to become somebody else, and they're so different, and they want to come off as, professional, and it comes off like so not natural, and people sense that. And watching them, you're just like, can you relax a little bit, and I understand they're nervous, and I understand that, it's not their natural thing, and they don't, they're not natural at it, but just getting that mindset of it's just the camera. Pretend it's a friend, like you're having a conversation with a friend, not oh yeah, I need to impress you by, just making sure that you're connecting with your audience and not being able to be able to be yourself, because people watching it can sense, whether you're being real or you're being something else, So, yeah, I mean, if people that, have watched my videos and they met me, they're like, wow, I feel like I already know you. It's because I'm myself here on video or out wherever I go. So, just be yourself. Number 6, smile. Another thing I've been noticing when we do the video production with commercials, they tend to get so serious, and just make that smile, be engaging, it lightens up your face, it makes people appreciate you, watching as opposed to watching, you're pissed off and you're just so serious, people don't want to watch serious, you want to be entertained. I mean, sadly we live in an entertainment world, so at least trying to be somewhat of friendly and smile here and there, The title, with some of the SEO, search engine optimization, title becomes a really important part when it comes to video marketing and getting your video distributed. So when people search for certain things, the title is something that will actually make your video come up to the search engines over time, So it's a lot more to it. But I mean, make sure when you put a title on a video that it's something that you're, that if someone was searching for that, or just put your name. If you don't even know what you want to, title it, or just always make sure you put your name, so when people search you, they'll be able to see some of the videos and you start building your own brand online. So, number 8, call to action. After you're done with the video, a lot of times, I always have, visit monikarise.com or go to videoblog TV. So you want to make sure that you direct them or ask them to do something, that you just don't leave them hanging. Like what is their next step? People need to be told what to, kind of what to do. So make sure you incorporate the call to action in your video. Number 9, don't focus so much on the camera. It's kind of, as I mentioned before, being able to be real and, not get so nervous in front of it. So don't focus on like, oh my gosh, there's a camera, what am I going to say? Just be real. Pretend like it's a friend talking to you, like if you were just having a conversation with a friend. And as I said, with practice, it gets easier. I remember making my first video, it wasn't always the easiest thing, and I want to say it got really easy, but it's still, there's still that nervousness of, what should I say? Should I even say this? But over time, it has gotten a little better, so there's hope. But practice makes perfect. You gotta crawl and then before you walk. So taking the first baby step of let's just make a first video. Gosh forbid it. I mean, even if one person sees it, you're still taking the first step of doing that. So, and number 10, try to stay. Think of your brand. Are the videos that you're creating, are they helping your brand? Or are they kind of just like are they confusing people? If I'm in video marketing and, video blogging and all that fun stuff, and I go into real estate, and I'm sure it might be an interesting subject, but if I go into that and kind of talk about different things, it might confuse people, like, where is my message? You might have a funny video, great, but is this video helping you build your brand, or is it kind of destroying it and confusing people? They're like, who is she? What is she doing? I thought she was doing this. So whatever video that you're doing, make sure it's it's relevant to your brand and to your message. Because people tend to pick up certain things, and a lot of times it's very hard to make that mind shift once they kind of establish you and put you in a certain box, I guess. It's really hard for them to go back and say, no, wait, she does this. Oh, okay, she does that. So try to keep it as simple, like, keep it simple, stupid. Just try to keep them, keep the content relevant to your brand, your branding and your marketing, so you don't confuse people. So, yeah, those are my 10 most powerful marketing tips. I hope you guys really take this seriously and just start your first video. Look over your notes, kind of just go out there and just create your first video. It's not that hard. And I'm telling you, by 2011, there's going to be a lot more video being incorporated in different marketing messages. So you want to make sure that you are one of the first few in your, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're actually building your own brand through video marketing. It's something that you're going to be thankful for when you start seeing a lot more of it. So I just want to share this with you. If I can help you in any way, I'd love to see your video when you create it, so shoot it over to me. I'd love to watch it, and I look forward to connecting with you guys soon.